So the next one I want you to write down is persistence. You have to be persistent. You have to be persistent. What does it say in Proverbs chapter 6? Consider the ways of the ant, thou sluggard, and be wise. You have to be persistent in your endeavors. It was a quote that was given by a man in our business. He said, it's impossible to stop a man or woman that will not quit. Will you be like the ant? I surveyed the ant. So when King Solomon said, consider the ways of the ant, I went ahead and took him up on that. One day in my house in Tennessee, we came home, put the groceries in the house. I sat back and pulled a chair outside, and I sat back within this crack in the wall, this crack in the ground, and I sat back there with a chair. I bought some chips outside. I broke those chips up, dropped them down on the ground, and guess what? Guess who decided to come outside? Some ants. Them ants start running around, and next thing you know, those ants, when they were working together, and this little bitty crack that they had through the ground, it was like a major city unto them. Them ants start grabbing them chips. They start putting them on their head. They start swerving through traffic. They was doing all kind of things with those chips. And then the bigger chips that were so big that the one little ant could not manage it, they partnered together and they grabbed. And so when I came outside the next morning, there was not a single chip involved. So it showed me that the ants, when they felt like something was above their pay grade, they connected with someone else. There is a power in collaboration. Some of us are trying to be successful and we're doing everything by ourselves. And we need to collaborate with someone. My wife is my best business partner. All right. I've had other business partners in my life. And, you know, I'm just saying, this woman, the areas that I'm weak in, she's strong in. The areas that I'm strong in, she has to level up. But when we come together, man, she makes me look beautiful in conferences and the behind the scenes stuff, the professional stuff. All right. The persistence. So let me get back to this persistence for a second. There was a woman in Luke chapter 18. I'm going to read it. If you want to go to Luke chapter 18, you can go there for a second. In Luke chapter 18, in verse number 1, it says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought to always pray and not to faint. Number 2, there was in a city a judge which feared not Yah, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversaries. And he would not for a while, but afterwards he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she wearies me. What is this trying to say, Brother Joseph? It was that there was a judge in the town, and this judge did not even care about the Most High. But because this widow, she kept coming to him every single day saying, avenge me from my adversary. This judge said, because he don't even fear the Most High, I'm going to get this woman what she wants so she can get out of my face. This is how life works. This is how persistence works. When you keep showing up over and over and over again, and you keep on getting knocked down, and life keep giving you its best punches and best blows, but you keep getting back up, and you keep on standing up, and you keep showing up to work when people talking about you. You keep showing up when your bill collectors are saying, we're going to close in on you, and we're going to take your house from you. And you keep on showing up when friends leave you and people betray you and they stab you in your back, and you keep on showing up. There's a saying in this book that's called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandingo. He said, I will persist until I succeed. And if I was speaking to you all in a workshop, in a seminar, I would have had all of you all say it at the same time, because there's a power in it. When you say that to yourself, or even though your phones are muted, you can say it to yourself right now. I will persist until I succeed. I am going to keep trying. I will continue to press forward. I am going to succeed. And when you got that type of mindset, whether it's in your ministry, whether it's in your marriage, whatever it is, you're going to bust through walls. It ain't nothing going to be able to hold you back. Be like the ant. Oh, by the way, when you go to the chapter, Proverbs chapter 6 in the ant, when it says, consider the ways of the ant, guess what? It said it has no guide, no overseer, no ruler, but it provides meat in the summer and provides food in the harvest. Listen, that eliminates excuses. Some of us want to go back to the excuses and say, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. The answer, they don't have no guide. They don't have no one to tell them what to do. They have no ruler. They do not have a pastor. They do not have a so-called bishop. They do not have a so-called moray, whatever you want to put out there. They get the job done, though, because there is a necessity. Listen, if I don't go and get food, I'm going to starve when the summertime comes. If I don't think winter in the summer, I'm going to be starving when it's wintertime. We must persist like the ant.